Greetings, Earthbound travelers. It's Saturday night. That means it's time for Will the Dice to present Through the Shattered Gate. I am your Dungeon Master, Tyr the DM, and I will be guiding you through my homebrewed world of Runas Kesha, 30 some odd years in the making. We'll have thrills and chills and spills and bills, and it's going to be an awesome time. So sit down, strap in, and please don't feed the animals. Before we get started, we do have some housekeeping. I will call it the housekeeping. First and foremost, we are for mature audiences. Viewer listener discretion is advised. We do use a lot of profanity at times. Also, we do not encourage the use of nicotine products such as vaping. Just because some of us use doesn't mean you should. We want you to be happy and healthy in your life. And we will now hand you to the supple hands of Dr. Locke Feelgood to talk to you about our partners in this endeavor.
You know, I'm the one they call Dr. Feelgood. I'm the one that makes you feel all right. Greetings, gamers! I'm Locke Clark, and I'm going to take a moment, excuse me, and talk to you first about our musicians, those wonderful and talented people who have given us permission to use their music in our show. They make the highs feel high and the lows feel lower, and they just generally immerse us all deeper into the story. Tonight, those musicians are Michael Gelfi, Kevin MacLeod, Jeff Farber, Dwergar, and our very own Patrick Taylor. Thanks, Peculiar Patrick, wherever you are. Also, we'd like to take a moment and thank our partners in this endeavor. First up is Red Panda Dice and Delights, fine makers of quality dice for all your dicing needs. When you buy Red Panda Dice, they come with cute little red panda faces right there on the D20 side of the D20 and on the natural 6 side of the D6. When you roll that critical hit, or you get that max damage, you get a cute little red panda face just staring beatifically back up at you going, you got them a rat in the spleen. Why does he sound like that? I don't fucking know. But he does. You can ask him yourself if you also pick up one of their plushies. These cute little plushies are wearing a hoodie, and that hoodie has a pocket. You can put shit in that pocket, but I'm not going to tell you what to put in there. Because I'm not your mom. So to get your very own dice or plushie, head over to redpandadice.com and tell them Tyr sent you. Also, we'd like to thank our other partner in this endeavor, Stalwart Makery. Stalwart Makery makes high-quality wooden gaming accessories like the dice trays that are being Vanna Whited for you right there by Tyr and names. When you roll in a Stalwart dice tray, you roll with authority. And we all roll in these trays because we love them, and they're great. I've been using one since Season 1, and I personally endorse this product. So head over to Stalwart Makery and get your very own wooden gaming accessory like a dice tray or a DM screen or what have you. Also, feel free to pop on over while you're clickety-clacking around the old interwebs to our web shop, which is on our website, willthedice.com. You can get t-shirts with cool character images done by our great artists like Cosworks or Insketched or soon-to-be Catbat's artwork. I've seen it. It looks good, guys. It looks real good. And you're going to want these faces on your chest. Also, that's how you show the cast love, because whoever's faces are on more chests, that's who you love the most. That's how we tell. So head on over there and get you a Karak shirt or a Calibran shirt or a Laz shirt or nah, you don't need that one.
Radna.
You could even get a Tyr the DM shirt. It's okay-ist.
So I've heard.
Anyway, that's all I got.
Awesome. Alrighty then. The last piece of business to cover, and we will get this game going. Our safe word for tonight is Rosebud. If for any reason the situation becomes too intense and you need it to stop, please use the safe word. We will go straight to break. We will discuss the situation as it is unfolding and return only if we can. I want my players to be happy and healthy as I make their characters' lives a living hell, which I plan on doing tonight. I would like to note that if combat ensues, it is of a deadly persuasion, and that all the things I'm doing tonight, I have Grace's blessing and consent. So with that, be there any last requests?
Not the face.
All right.
Why does it leave me so distrustful when he says yes?
I know.
I don't know. I'm saintly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no,
I didn't-
I don't believe that for a second.
I didn't hear yes. I heard all right.
Mm-hmm. Now you're semantics.
Some,
Splitting hairs.
which is wise with me. When last we left our party, they had traveled into the wasteland of Night Vale. They had encountered a very disgusting cannibal camp. With the help of Calibran's Pass Without a Trace, they were able to make their way around the camp instead of entering. The lands of the Night Vale, as they are prone to do, shifted and put them in the region of the temple ruins. They discovered the beginning of all things. And inside the beginning of all things, they found the Well of Souls and Antivar Livray holding what is known as the Chaos Stone, balanced on the edge of the well, where he would make a deal. You let him pass, and he would not drop the stone. As he was leaving, he threw the stone over his shoulder and said, "Catch." It was heading for the well, but one Ragnar Moss was able to get their NFL wide receiver on and catch it before it hit. And the last thing of the session was Haraza's voice screaming into Calibran's mind in pain. This is where our story continues. And this is where we determine, have you been forsaken to the will of the dice? The scream continues on, Calibran. It is heartbreaking, soul-wrenching. Your companion in such anguish.
I'm booking it to Haraza.
All right. Do the rest of you follow?
Oh yeah, no, I'm behind.
As you come out into the main antechamber where Haraza was guarding, you see them there on their side, panting, blood coming as one of their wings have been cut off. Now, a drake's wings attached to its arms. The arms or legs, whatever you want to call them, are still intact, but somebody cut the wing off.
Yeah, I'm gonna move to Haraza and cursing Anduar's name as I do, I will drop a Cure Wounds.
Okay.
Um,
Just so you know, Haraza has 1 hit point at this very moment. So, as you cast Cure Wounds, however many that it gives back,
I'm gonna go also come over and just do a heal as well. That'll heal for 111.
okay.
oh, well then I guess I don't need to cast anything, because that will fill
Sorry.
Haraza up.
I don't know where
You've
Haraza's
gotta-
at, so
You've got a cleric with supreme healing. They don't roll for
Yeah.
dice. They just get max heals.
Yeah. Alright. Yeah, Haraza has a grand total of 105.
okay.
Their screaming in your mind will stop, Calibran, as they feel the divine energy from Elendar course over their body, knitting their wounds, soothing them. Bastard took my wing. I can't fly.
We'll get you
What
patched up,
good the
buddy. Don't
Drake
worry.
that can't fly?
Not permanent. We'll get you fixed.
I was going to let him pass.
He broke the covenant. He broke the deal. We're gonna find him and we're gonna rip him apart.
So I'm gonna do this because I can. I'm gonna kneel down beside him, and I'm gonna use my wish.
Oh.
No. Whatever you're about, I stop you. Wait. What are you doing?
Or is there something I don't know about Haraza?
What are you doing?
I can return his. I can wish for his wing to be returned.
No. We don't need anything that powerful or costly. No. I can fix it. I just need to rest first.
Okay, if you can fix it, then. But it doesn't really cost me anything, so. But if you can fix it.
I don't want you using something like that here. I gesture at the font of creation around us. That seems dangerous.
Well, if you can fix it.
Could be. I am just worried. It is Antivar, by the way, and Ragna's just gonna reach down and very gently run her hand, like, up over part of Haraza's head and use cleansing touch just to make sure there's no poisons, anything like that.
Heal takes away poison conditions.
Oh well, doesn't cost me anything. It's a paladin thing.
Nope.
Better be on the safe side sometimes.
Oh yeah.
They have been healed to full health, cleansed of anything that may have been left behind by Antivar, and you are standing here in the opening chamber of the font of creation.
I mean, at
All
this
right.
point.
Well, no, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead. I was just saying we just need to follow. It sounds like we need to go after Antivar still, but.
Yeah, but we're not in any condition to do it right now. And we need to figure out what he was doing here, because if we chase after him blindly and we don't know where he's going or what he's doing, he's gonna be one step ahead of us the whole time, just like he was here.
True.
So we wanted some time to look around this place and figure things out. Let's take some time.
Yeah, we'll just make sure this chaos stone is somewhere safe. Ragna's gonna wrap it and put it in her bag of holding. Well, before she does, she's gonna be, wait a minute. Chaos stone. Is it gonna be safe in a bag of holding? I've heard tell of things that don't do well.
Solitaire, I know about the Chaos Stones. Would I have any insight on this? So it is safe.
Roll an insight.
Okay. Insight. Review movie. That'd be at 23.
If this is the Chaos Stone, it should not go into a bag of holding.
No, it shouldn't go into a bag of holding.
Okay. She's gonna take it, leave it still wrapped. She's gonna put it inside her alms box that she always has, like, at her waist. glad I thought about it.
Very good thought.
And with that, Ragna's gonna go back towards where the well of creation is and look about that room a little bit. Just looking to see if there's anything that stands out, like any writing, inscription.
Make an investigation check.
Okay. Said we wanted to check stuff out. She's gonna go and check stuff out. That is a dirty 20.
Okay. Let me look at my chart here. You find a piece of folded paper near the well.
Okay. She's gonna open it and look at it.
It is a letter. It says from the apothecary of the Hollow Flame in regards to the price of divinity. Beneath the broken sky, where stars weep and silence drowns the living, there lies the Well of Souls. A wound in the world that bleeds for eternity, shaped not by mortal hands, but by the first scream of the first god who died. The well is no mere place, but a crucible of forgotten spirits and divine potential. It is said that those who peer into the depths do not see their reflection, but their true form, the echo of what they might become if they forsake all that binds them to the mortal coil. To ascend, one must offer more than blood or sacrifice. The well demands memory, identity, and sorrow. The supplicant must cast into the abyss the total sum of their mortal self, their name, their regrets, the faces of those they love, for the well does not crown kings, it devours them. Only then, when the soul is stripped bare, will the spirits within awaken, countless fragments of the dead for those who once aspired to godhood and failed. They will weigh the soul like a gem in the palm of the cosmos, and if found worthy, they will burn their essence into the supplicant, forging something new, a god-born, neither man nor memory, but power incarnate. Yet beware, those who rise from the well are not always what they once were. Some return as silent deities of ash and ruin, others as stars reborn in flesh, and some never return at all. We have posted a most peculiar question. Can the souls be trapped? Of that we're not sure, but if someone was able to, then they could ascend at will, or have another. We have set guards from the Sisterhood to guard the well. We do not know what to expect.
Okay, so above table, that is a different well than the one that we're standing at right now.
No, it's the same one.
Okay, because I thought this was the fount of, we were calling it the fount of creation.
That's the entire ruin, is the fount of creation.
Okay,
This is
This is-
part of that, called the Well of Souls.
okay, I got it. But that would mean, should Ragna have known what this is?
No, this is one of those things, I'll go ahead and tell you without making you make a roll. This is one of those things that was lost to history.
So the sisters don't even remember that this was a thing.
No.
Is there a date? Any indication on how old this letter is?
There is. It is signed the first Febont, the year 1337, which is like 70 years ago.
Okay. Would that have been about, with all the other information we've gathered about Azura, about Antivar, about all that, would that have been about the time frame that?
No, Azura was way before.
Okay.
But being a sister of the Twisted Spear, you would know that in the year 1337, there was a war in the in-between between the
Okay.
sisters and another force, and there was damage to the library done. If it wasn't for Karak and them, the sisters would have fallen, but they had help.
Okay. Ragnar would share all that. I'm not going to try to paraphrase it. I'm going to save us that much. Part of that is conjecture from my own understanding, but this, this is something that the sisters never talked of, and we don't do that amongst our. We don't. Ragnar's going to pause a minute. It's not like the military in the sense that, you know, stuff is above your pay grade. No, the information is shared freely. So if this wasn't taught or told, it's because it's been forgotten for some reason. Or lost.
Caliban, roll a history check.
That is a 12 plus 0 for a 12.
You recall hearing about a war in the in-between, tied to the time when the Scions of Oblivion woke.
Wait, there's there's something. It's right on the tip of my tongue. The Scions of Oblivion. They were wakened, whatever. There's a war in the in-between. Does that make any? Does that ring any bells for you?
Yeah. This letter just makes it sound like the sisters were heavily involved in this place. And that's the part that bothers me, is that was never, this seems like something big. If they were so worried about what could be done, that would be something they would have passed down.
Unless wars like that, especially in places like the in-between, could retroactively reconstitute things, could
Maybe.
erase something from existence entirely. Maybe, I'm not sure.
I'm not either. It's neither here nor there right now, but we at least know the timeline of something that was happening here, but it still doesn't tell us exactly. Well, it does tell us what Antivar is wanting, but it doesn't tell us exactly what he did while he was here. I know he didn't ascend yet.
No, he's laying the board.
Because
I would almost be willing to bet he learned how to capture souls.
could be.
Elendar, insight check.
1 second. $19.
There are spells that will capture souls in cages or in gems.
So, I mean, there are spells that'll capture souls. You can
Mm-hmm.
put them in cages or gems or other
Yeah.
such.
The soul cages, soul cage, I believe. Yeah. Ragna's gonna walk over to the edge. She's still holding the letter. She's gonna walk over to the wall of the well and look in.
As you approach the well, the room is silent. Your footsteps clicking on the stone. Clack, clack, clack. Your hand finds the smooth obsidian of the well wall, and as you look over, it is dark in the beginning, but then a soft orange glow begins to happen, and you see mist, a thick mist hovering in the well, churning as faces appear and disappear. As it churns and churns, there are some callings asking for release, others damning you for being among the living and dare disturb them. There's even some that ask if you can free them.
She's gonna try to take a step back.
Okay.
When
You
she
take
does,
a step back.
When she does, she's gonna look back at Caliban and Elendar. I think I think you're right. There's, as far as I can tell, souls trapped in there.
Okay, so he wants to ascend. He needs this place. What else did it say he needs?
Here, I didn't get everything written down from the letter.
Hold on, let me pull it back up. It just talks about that he just needs a way to capture the souls, and in order to ascend, one must give away everything that they are, their memories, their identity, their sorrow. They have to cast all of themselves into the abyss, the total sum of their mortal self, even their name. And that's when the souls will weigh the person to see if they are found worthy or wanting. If they are wanting, they are devoured. If they are worthy, they have the ability to tempt to ascend.
Does that have to be done here?
No.
The hollowed root.
I don't know the hallowed root.
It's a place that eats memories.
It's a place in the swamp of Morning Solace. We have been there recently. But yeah.
Give me an insight check, Ragnar. Y'all are slowly starting to piece it together. I'm proud of you.
19 plus 8 is a 27.
It would not be the hollow root because the hollow root devours memories. The memories would never make it to the souls.
Okay.
Also, as of right now, there is no known way to exit that they would know of. You all know that the gate is shattered. That's not common knowledge.
Well, okay. So not the hollowed root, but something like it. And Ether pursuit out to 10 miles.
There's a couple of weak divinity pings.
Okay. No fiends or
Mm-mm.
the divinity pings. About how far away? Good distance.
About 8 miles.
Okay.
Okay, wait. So, just make sure I've got it straight. He's got to have captured souls,
Uh-huh.
and then he has to give up everything, including his name,
Mm-hmm.
and then be weighed by the souls
Mm-hmm.
to possibly ascend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it makes it sound like if they weigh, if as long as they say okay, you ascend. If they don't say okay, you don't. Well,
You're
you're
devoured.
devoured.
So how do you make sure you're not devoured? He's not sure yet. That's the only reason he wouldn't do it.
Well, there's that, and there's also, I'd imagine the way it sounds, there has to be somewhere around here, like close by, that's an altar or something that you would basically. Everything seems to be ritual, so there has to be something. There has to be a specific place somewhere within this room or close by that you do that you would do the sacrifice at. The sacrificing yourself, essentially.
Or you go to the cannibals who want to eat a god.
But you wouldn't be a god yet.
No, but it's one way to sacrifice everything you are.
Just for clarity, the souls are the ones that must be given the name, memories, and all that. The souls from the
Okay.
well.
Okay.
Make sure I
Yeah.
make that clear.
So they have to speak it in. That has to be like basically spoken into the well.
Or into the souls if he managed to capture some to take with him.
Okay.
So they could also be given to somebody else too, which is kind of what I'm gathering as well.
That is correct.
Well, there's nothing for it but to continue looking for him and seeing if there's any other information around here that we can find. The sisters can't help until it's something involving a deity.
Yeah, but you might want to let them know about a gesture at the well. Seems like that was kind of their job based on the letter they've just forgotten.
Oh, I have, and I'll let them know more information.
Oh, Ragnar, you got a really high score on your check.
Yeah.
You got high enough to notice that there's an indentation in the bottom corner that looks like somebody wrote on something on top of this page.
Okay. Hold on a minute. She's gonna take out her journal and take out a blank piece of her paper, and using her pencil or her her charcoal, whatever, gonna do the rub.
It just says Sanctum of the Shattered Veil.
Is it the same hand? Does it appear to be similar to the handwriting of the letter or somebody else's? Okay.
It's the same handwriting.
Sanctum of the, you said the inner veil?
Shattered veil.
Shattered veil. Sanctum of the shattered veil. Anybody heard of that one?
Anything I might have came across here? Or...
No.
Well,
And I need everyone to please roll a perception check.
crap.
Ragnar,
12.
Caliban,
32.
and Elendar.
14.
Caliban, Grace is not with you.
I look around. Hey, this might sound crazy. Not counting Haraza, there were 4 of us when we walked in here, right?
I might count, yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody see where Grace went?
Ragnar's going to instantly start looking around.
I never saw her
Um,
leave.
My ethereal pursuit out to 10 miles, there were no Fae on that.
No.
She didn't show up. They didn't show up when I did the when I did my look. Not even in the ether.
I start looking for tracks.
Survival check, please.
That's 16.
You do
Max, it
find...
was almost a natural 20. Bounced off.
Well, it was enough to find tracks. You see that there are 2 sets of footprints. There's a lot of scuff and displacement of dust to signify a struggle. And there's a small piece of fabric that has just been sort of tossed towards the side of the wall.
I'll go look at the fabric.
It is white cotton.
Is that what Grace was wearing?
No.
No. Is that what Antivar was wearing?
Nope.
All right, I pick it up and examine it more closely.
Give me an investigation check.
Uh, 9 plus 6, 15.
You're a trailbreaker. You're used to the ways of espionage and such. Smelling it, it smells of ether.
I think someone took Grace.
By someone. You mean Antivar?
I don't think so.
Nobody else was here that we know of.
Couldn't have been Antivar. Because he couldn't have gotten past me without me knowing where he was. And whoever took Grace must have taken Grace after
I'd say she was here before, after he left. For a while he was leaving. Look, I just met y'all, but I'm guessing we gotta find her.
You're muted.
You're muted.
Their pronouns are them.
I messed that up in the beginning. I'm sorry. Well, yeah, that's all.
Yeah.
We've got to find them. So, guess we try to follow the tracks.
Yep.
Give me another survival check, Caliban. This is your area of expertise.
Yep. That
You
is
know
a
what?
17.
I'll make it. Okay, I was going to say I'll make it an investigation because that's higher for you if I remember correctly.
It is. So that would be 21 blackjack.
Yep. So you find the set of footprints leading towards the wall in the back. They are heavier, which you can tell indicates that they are carrying Grace.
I relate that. This is where whoever it is picked Grace up. Now they're carrying them. I'll keep following the tracks.
They stop at the wall.
I'll start looking for a way to for a door. I'm guessing there's a hidden doorway.
All right.
That is a 13 plus 6 is 19.
There is a hidden doorway. It is locked.
Hey Ragna,
Yep.
can you figure this out?
And Ragnar will come take a look, get out her thieves' tools.
Make
Time
an
for the-
investigation check.
Okay. Time for the roguey paladin hat. Alright. The 18.
You find that there is a stone that pulls out, and there's a locking keyhole in behind the stone.
Okay. Yeah, she'll try to unlock it.
Sleight of hand,
That is a 24.
easily.
Yep.
As soon as you hear that satisfying click, the door swings ajar, leading out into the wasteland.
Okay, then.
All right. Now I'll start tracking out into the
All right.
waste. That is a 17 plus 6, 23.
It is easy. It's sand or sand-like. Mostly it's bone dust. Your expert senses kick in. You are in your element. You are alive. You can feel your pulse, that excitement of the hunt. You flex your fingers a couple of times just to feel the comforting of knowing that soon they will have a weapon in them again. And you take off heading southeast. You'll be able to follow these tracks forever as long as the weather doesn't kick up. So let's go ahead and roll a d6.
Four.
All right. We're going to go ahead and take our first break, and then we'll find out what
Bastard.
happens. There's one. 17 more to go.
Here we go.
So we're going to take 10 minutes, get our beverage of choice, our snickety snacks, and we will be back. And we're back. Thanks so much for hanging out when we took our break, got our beverages, the choice arsenic snacks, and handled our business. The party is on the trail of a kidnapper. Someone has taken Grace. They are making their way across the wasteland when the weather decides to take a foul turn. Luckily for the party, however, it is more of a natural state than unnatural, as you've seen before. It begins to rain heavily.
Pull up the hood on my cloak and keep trying to follow the tracks, moving as swiftly as possible before the rain washes anything away.
All right, give me another investigation there.
That is a natural 20 for 26.
Yeah, they're actually a little easier to follow at the beginning because they're filling up with water, and so it's easier to denote from the normal broken ground.
I keep on trucking.
As you're trucking, Elendar, I need you to roll a d20, please.
$19.
You feel calm, very calm. It like washes over you. And you feel a warmth rise up from inside of you that you know is your goddess. You are gifted with a premonition, a feeling, instincts, if you will, that for the time being, Grace is safe until they serve their purpose. But you're not quite sure what that purpose is.
I mean, as we're traveling, I'm going to relay that information. Hey, my goddess has given me a premonition here, and Grace is safe till they serve their purpose.
You better
But-
find her. You better find them quick.
I don't know what that purpose is.
Yeah. That was kind of cryptic even for Eldarin. Keep following Calibran.
I need Ragna to roll a d20.
16.
Right before your ethereal pursuit wore off, you pinged a Fae and a Celestial just on the outskirts of the 10 miles.
Okay, is it within the same direction we're already going?
Yes.
Okay. But a celestial. Are they
Yes.
basic? I know my ping, it's just kind of like, bloop or whatever. It's more of a sense thing. Are they close together, like they're like it would be almost like they're traveling together, or
Yes.
okay. So just at the edge of the 10 miles, so they're still 10 miles from us?
Yes. I thought you was relaying that to your party. I didn't realize you was
No.
asking me a question.
I was asking you because you said right at the edge. I was just making sure because
Yeah.
that's a bit to make on foot. Yeah, Ragna without stopping, will blink a few times, and then, we're going the right way, I'm pretty sure. Just at the edge of how far I can detect it, it's about 10 miles direction we're going, is a Fae and a Celestial. The Fae is the only one that there's only been one Fae pop up since we've been here, and it's always been Grace. The Celestial confuses me.
Well, I guess we'll figure it out when we get there.
Yeah, we definitely know that's not Antivar.
Finally, Caliban, roll a d20.
That is a 19.
You have always done your communication with Raza Hazar through your journal. That has always been the case. However, today you feel a pulse from the nightmare realm. You hear on the breeze, you and you alone hear on the breeze. She is not gone, Caliban. Only twisted. Through the mirror, walk where dreams are undone. You'll know when you find it.
Over the Wispinator, just without preamble or explanation, I repeat, not gone, only twisted. Through the mirror, walk where dreams are undone. And I shake my head a little bit. That was weird. Guess we'll figure out what that means when we catch up.
Yeah.
Haraza will bump you, speaking to your mind. Can't fly but can run.
Yes.
Maybe Ragna call other.
Ragna, you want to bring in Sugarfoot? Elendar,
Sure.
you want to ride Haraza?
I need like 10 minutes to get her here, but you go ahead. I'll be fine for that 10. I'll keep walking.
All right.
Sugarfoot can catch up.
I'm going to stay on foot because I have the boon of speed, so I'm actually faster than Haraza is.
I guess I'm gonna climb on Haraza.
I'm going to
Time
run as fast
passes.
as my little elf legs will carry me.
Alrighty.
My
The
speed,
time
by the way, is
passes.
70 feet per round when I'm not dashing. So
Okay.
I'm the Flash.
I sort of just take it in stride.
Yeah.
See what I did there? I don't count it out with feet and movement and all that.
Yeah.
I just
I just
go to
figured I'd
general
mention.
narrative.
Yeah.
10 minutes passes, Ragnar, as time does, and Sugarfoot appears.
Yep.
What's up, darling? Where in the hell are we?
Oh, we're in Night Vale. I'll explain as we go. But, we need to try to get as quickly as we can. Somebody has taken Grace. And, we have a feeling they might be being used as a sacrifice for somebody to ascend to godhood.
Oh, no, not my Grace. Get on, darling. We're going to go get some heads in.
That's my Shug. And before getting up there, she's gonna reach in her one bag and she pulls out an apple, gives it to Shug, and then mounts. Mounts up and let's go.
Shug eats really fast and begins running. Before long, you catch up with the rest of the party.
Yeah, I don't think Elendar has seen Sugarfoot before, but Sugarfoot is a giant white elk.
This is Sugarfoot.
That's Sugarfoot. Usually I just call her Shug, but yeah.
All right, Caliban, roll another d6 now that you have mounts on your side.
2.
The rain subsides. You all are making great time. You come in a place that is out of place, where everything looks impossible. You come upon an impossibility in the middle of an impossibility. You see that there is an area where the skies are silver and not black with red veins. You see floating stones that form bridges to a central mass that is floating. You see mirrors everywhere. You see reflections moving independently without anyone there to make the reflection. It is truly a grand sight to behold.
Through the mirrors, indeed. Just gotta find the right one, I guess.
So
I'm
we'll
gonna
see.
try and keep following the trail.
Do I, Ricky?
No, I was just agreeing.
That's a dirty, dirty 20.
The tracks stop.
I've lost the trail. And here. Is there a mirror near where they stop?
No, just floating bridges.
It's like we're going up.
Yep.
The first bridge is easy to transverse. It is low to the ground. Haraza and Sugarfoot have no difficulty. And you make your way upwards. Roll a d6 again. Luck.
6. I got a
The
cute little
wind
red panda
begins
face.
to howl. The elements turning against you in fevered jealousy that you would dare come to this place instead of staying within their bosom. The wind picks up, carrying with it bone and sand, biting at, gnawing at your flesh that is exposed. You have 2 bridges to go. And you only have a couple of options. You can either try to go through with the storm. You can try to hunker where you're at and try to ride out the storm. Or you can try to make it back down to the ground and try to find shelter. Take a moment and talk amongst yourselves.
I say we press on.
I mean, it's worth a shot. I mean, at this point, going back can't be any worse than going forward.
Yeah, we haven't. I don't remember passing any shelter on the way in, so
Mm.
write it out here, write it out there.
Yeah, I say we keep going.
All right, let's do it.
You're going to make. We'll do them in order, but you both, or all 3 of you, will be making dexterity saving throws. There will be 2 that you have to make. We will do the first series, resolve that, and do the next series. Ragnar, we're going to start with you. This is a dexterity saving throw.
And everybody within 30 feet gets a +5. And I'm imagining I also have to make it for Shug.
Yes.
All right. Well, mine is an 18 + 9, so a 27. Let me see. Sugarfoot.
I'm going to count that as Sugarfoot's as well because you are riding Sugar.
Okay. I'm gonna say Sugarfoot did pretty well too. Anyhow, she would have gotten a 16 + 8. So.
All right. Calibran, you're on foot, so you will roll for yourself.
That is a 12 plus 11 is 23 plus 5 is 28.
All right. Elendar, you're going to roll, and Locke's going to roll for Haraza, and whichever is higher is the one I'm going to take.
I got a 26.
Yours is higher. I got a 23.
All right. So Elendar is 26. You transverse several broken stones that make the bridge to the next level. You have one more level to go, and from this vantage point, you can see a set of doors on the front of this structure that are open inward into a shadowed hallway, perhaps. We're going to make the next round. Ragnar, you and Sugarfoot.
Okay, that's a 19 + 9, so 28. Or no. Yeah. Last time it actually would have been a 27, I'm sorry. So this one's a 28.
All right. Kellerman.
That's a 13 plus 11 is 24 plus 5 is 29.
All right. Elendar and Haraza.
So I got a 12 this time.
I got a 22. 15
All right.
plus 7.
You all make it to the floating rock that holds this structure in the air. As I said before, the walls are lined with mirrors. They are not made of mirrors, but they are lined with mirrors. Even the towers of this, we will call it a castle for lack of a better word, have mirrored that shows all sorts of reflections that are moving, but there's nothing there for them to reflect off of. Ragnar, because of the monastery, I'm going to allow you to make a history check.
Okay. That is a 24.
You recall a bedtime story. It was an old wives' tale about the reason that the monks covered their mirrors at night or during special times is because there are people that can look in one mirror and see out another. And some people can even travel through them. But that couldn't be real, could it?
Ragnar's going to relay that.
Everything we've done lately, it very well could be real.
I'm going to start looking at mirrors, and I'm just repeating like a mantra. Twisted through the mirror where dreams are undone. over and over again as I look into each mirror, trying to find one that matches that description, because Raza Hazar said I'll know it when I find it.
Yeah, there's none on the outside that mark that.
Go in.
As you enter a hallway. Each step echoes, growing louder and louder as it goes down the hallway, and then returns, growing softer and softer as it makes its way back to you. There's a plaque above the hallway that says Hall of Echoes. As you begin to travel down this, you will stop in your tracks. On the right-hand side of the wall, in between mirrors, there are 6 statues of grace, each holding a crystal. It's approximately 12 inches long, 6 inches wide. It's a diamond formation, and these statues are holding it in 2 hands, like one would hold a soup bowl.
I point that out to everyone. When you say they're statues of grace, tiefling form grace?
Yes, tiefling form
Okay.
of grace.
Just checking. It's an important note. I have no idea what that crystal thing is, but that's our bard.
If we look around the room, are there any mirrors?
Yeah, there's mirrors in between the statues
Okay.
on the right-hand side of the wall.
Okay. Looking in those, is it the mirror image, or are any of them different?
It is just cloudy, like smoky.
Even when there's a statue that should be showing up in it.
No, they're in between the statues. The statue is not reflecting. They're on the right-hand side of the wall. It goes statue, mirror, statue, mirror, statue, mirror, statue, mirror.
Okay.
And like I said, each statue is holding a crystal.
Is there anything different, facial feature wise, clothing, anything about any particular statue?
Make an investigation check.
That's a dirty 20.
They're all identical. The only difference is the colors of the crystals.
I mean, taking a little closer look at the crystals, is there anything I can know about them, or
Give me an investigation.
$17?
The crystals are all different colors. From the front, going back, they are red, blue, black, yellow, orange, purple. And they each have shadows moving inside of them, Elendar, like a movie trying to play.
So I'm going to relay this back as I'm looking at. I mean, it's kind of saying it to my, talking out loud as I'm going. But I am going to draw the attention to the movement inside the crystals to the party.
How big are the statues?
6 foot tall.
How old do they look?
Make an investigation or an insight.
There's a 13 plus. We're going to go with insight because it's better. Plus 8, so that'd be a blackjack. 21.
They look freshly made.
These are all recently carved.
It seems that way. The crystals. What color was the chaos stone or the chaos crystal?
Black.
Ragnar's gonna walk to the statue that is holding the black crystal. Is it roughly the same size as the chaos stone, or is it a different,
No, it's larger.
larger? She's still gonna walk over to that one
Okay.
and try. Basically, she's going to stare or look at that crystal like she's trying to see what is moving.
It is small enough that you can't.
Okay.
Oh, this feels like a dumb idea.
She's gonna move to the mirror next to that, the whichever one is the side.
Okay.
She doesn't see her reflection, it's just the cloudy.
Yep, just smoky.
She's gonna try tapping on it.
It's solid.
I'm going to try and move the first statue, Red.
Okay. You cannot move the statue.
I didn't think I could, but it was worth a shot. How secured are the crystals in the hands?
They're not. They're just sitting in the hands.
All right, I'm about to do something real dumb.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to pick up the red crystal, holding it the same way the statue is.
As soon as you touch it, the smoke clears in the mirror and you see a vision of Grace covered in dirt and mud from your travels. It's only dirt. It'll wash off. You hear Grace say.
I'm going to try, while I'm still holding onto the crystal, I call out through the mirror.
Nothing.
All right. Guess let's try blue.
The smoke clears as before. Oh, I think between the two tieflings, Antivar strikes a better pose.
Do I recognize where this is or when this
It's
is?
just recently.
I try calling out again.
Nothing.
Move to black.
All right. Picking it up, you'll see a very frustrated Grace. Well, this is my third best tunic.
Call out to her again. To them again, rather.
Nothing.
2 to go. Pick up yellow.
Picking up yellow, the smoke clears. I'm humbled to be a part of this adventuring party.
Hey, Grace! Grace! Can you hear me?
Oh, nothing.
All right. Last time's the charm. Purple.
It's only wine after all. It's not like it's a needed necessity.
Grace, can you hear us? Grace.
Nothing.
Would Ragna have seen when he picked up the black crystal that mirror, since she was standing
Yes.
there? She would have seen it,
Yes.
and also heard it, or no?
Yes. Yes.
She's gonna take the black crystal and walk up to the mirror with it, and then see if she
Okay.
can touch it.
You touch the mirror and you disappear. The crystal falls to the ground.
That was the only one that was the right grace.
Looks like that might be the direction we need to go.
All right, well, get in there.
In for penny, in for pound, I guess. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the black crystal again and touch the mirror.
And you disappear.
I'm gonna climb on Haraza's back, and I'm gonna hold the crystal while holding onto Haraza, and I'm gonna have Haraza touch the mirror.
And you all disappear. You find yourself standing in a large cavern. You're on a 20-foot ledge, 20-foot wide ledge. You're all of you are just barely fitting. You see that there is golden bridges that lead to the center that are sectioned into 5 pieces each, and at different times they change orientation.
So we're in Tomb Raider.
I don't remember this in Tomb Raider. This was just something I came up with. So
Well, there's other games that have this kind of thing.
We're definitely in a platformer of some sort, yes.
Yes.
pan out to the Pantheon and you see the gods there with controllers.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get Ragna powered up.
Okay. Ragnus is gonna stand and watch the movement, basically trying to clock it.
Oh, okay. This will be an intelligence check.
Okay. Not her best, but you know. 14.
You think you're pretty sure you got the pattern down?
Uh-huh.
How far is it to the center?
Each section is 25 feet, so it's 100 foot to the center.
Okay. Sorry, go ahead, Ragna.
Okay. Is there only one of them that meets the ledge that we're at now?
Oh, no, because as they're changing orientation, they're also spinning slowly. So there'll be one platform, and then it'll move to make way for another platform, move to make way for another platform, like a revolving door.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Ragna's gonna after watching and trying to time it when one is there at the edge, she's gonna step onto it.
Okay.
Guess I'll follow suit.
Yep.
Okay. All right, Ragnar, you're on the ledge as it is moving.
When
It will turn, connecting to the platform beside it.
Okay. Is that moving it closer to the center, or is she gonna have to wait for another one?
Yeah, you're gonna have to wait for another one.
That's what she's gonna wait for. She is going to step on. She is going to wait and watch and step on whichever other platform or bridge piece that's going to take her closer to the center.
All right, so we're gonna make 2 rolls on this, Ragnar, and all 3 of you will make this. The first roll we're going to make is an insight check to see if you can get the pattern down. Okay, what was your insight?
16 plus 8. So 24.
24. That'll adjust the DC for the dex check to see if you can nimbly get across here.
Okay.
And it is a check, not a saving throw.
Yep. That's a 16.
You're able to make it. That insight check really held through. You make it to the center. I'm only going to have you check it once. There's no need to just keep rolling and rolling and rolling. Just keep rolling. Elendar, you're up. Insight.
So my insight is 30.
Okay. A dex.
Be 24.
You make it to the center. All right. Calibran, you and Haraza.
My insight is a dirty 20,
Okay.
and my dex is a 21.
You are making your way across. You hear a whoom behind you.
I spin to see what it is.
The bridge turns upside down and falls. Part of it. It's spiraling towards you. You're not sure if you're going to make it in time, as it's falling fast. But in that last moment, as you see the platform beside you fall away, Haraza leaps, and you make it to the center platform that begins to float upwards towards a large hole in the ceiling.
That was close.
Almost.
Glad you guys made it.
You come into a room with mirrors placed along every wall. It is a circular, octagonal style room. There's a figure there. How to describe them? They are a tall, faceless figure of seamless silver. It's like their form has been sculpted and polished. Every surface of their body reflects the world imperfectly, as if reality itself recoils from its presence. Its limbs move with unnatural grace, bending too far, turning too smoothly, like a puppet pulled by invisible strings. There are no eyes, no mouth, just a face of endless reflection. Yet you feel its gaze pierce through you as it tears away flesh and sinew, looking at your soul. It can taste your memories, your fears, your lust. You see it raise its hand slowly. It's carrying a blade of light that is cracked, with crack lines running down the length of the blade, but it emits a soft orange glow. Each step it takes, it echoes twice, once in sound and once in memory. It has no mouth, but yet it speaks. You seek the soul stolen from your flock. You think love or courage will break the veil. But you are glass, and glass shatters. All around you, the reflections in these mirrors twitch. Unnaturally so. Like moving a half a heartbeat too late to mimic the individual's movements. And that is when you have a realization. This place is not bound by time or truth. The warden does not guard grace. It guards the choice to remember them. Let's go ahead and fire up initiative and kick on over to Foundry.
It's here. Before we get started, you mind if I make a quick run up to
Yeah, we'll take a 10-minute.
Sorry.
So we're gonna take 10 minutes, get our beverages of choice, handle our business, and we'll be back. Good thing too, because I forgot to put the we're back. Thanks so much for hanging out while we took that break. It was a little longer than expected. You can blame me because my back is toast tonight. For those of you that are new, I am a pain patient with a debilitating back injury. So sometimes our breaks have to run over a little bit. But we're back. Yay.
Yay!
And I will stop talking in my high octave voice and talk in my normal voice. We were rolling initiative and joining Foundry. Start with Caliburn. What's your initiative?
Oh, I got a 21. Blackjack.
Ragna.
17.
Elendar.
Yeah, I got a 6.
The reflective creature will stare at you all. You can feel a gaze on you, though it will step back into a mirror, vanishing. Stepping out of another mirror behind you, Caliburn, as it takes 2 swipes at you.
Cool.
That is a 19.
That'll hit.
Sorry, I didn't sort my dice before game tonight. I'm a bad DM. Okay. $28 points of slashing damage. We'll try this D20. That's a 31.
No, I'm afraid that one doesn't hit. Of course.
Oh, well, it's possible.
19 hits, but 31 doesn't somehow. I don't know how that works, but it works, right?
$26 points of slashing damage. And that will bring up Caliburn.
Cool. I am going to bonus action Hunter's Mark the creature.
Okay.
And then I am
I've got a question for you. And this is not me being facetious. This is me genuinely asking because I don't remember. Is Hunter's Mark considered a spell?
Technically,
I didn't think so. I thought it was just a ranger's ability.
okay, so
Like, there's no DC or anything on it.
I can cast it as a spell. I can burn a spell slot to cast it, but favorite enemy lets me activate it without casting it as a spell.
Okay.
So I don't know. Yeah. All right. So I am going to. Yeah. So now that it's Hunter's Mark, I'm going to turn and I'm going to pull my dagger. And I am going to attack it twice.
Let's get that first attack.
First attack is going to be a 25 to hit.
That will hit. That will break through their armor class.
And it will take one of these plus one of these plus Dagger does something else. Oh, and one of those. Perfect. That is going to be 10, 11 plus 5 is 16 points. Actually, wait, I'm sorry, I got to break that up. It's going to be 10 points. No, that's not right. D8 is that one. So it's going to be for 9 points of piercing damage and 7 points of psychic.
Right. And you get a second attack, I do believe.
Yep. Second attack.
Okay.
Since that seemed to not do anything horrible back to me. Second attack is going to be 13 plus 11 is 24 to hit.
That hits.
For 10 points of piercing. And we're going to make this one a nightmare strike. And that's going to be 10, 9 is 19, and 2 is 21 points of psychic.
All right. Is that your turn?
No, I'm going to do one more thing. Haraza is going to roar defiantly using terrifying presence. So unless they are immune to fear,
They are.
they'll need to. Okay, then they don't have to do anything. It's worth a shot, though.
Yeah, it was. Is that your turn?
That is, in fact, my turn.
As you pierce the other being, you see little cracks run along from the hole that you make with the tip of your dagger. You're doing damage to it. That'll bring up Ragna.
First things first. I'm gonna use my object interaction to activate my shield. So hitting both triggers, so it comes clanking out and then separates from the bracer to become the animated shield. Going to use. Gonna take a stab in the dark. I'm not out anything but an action on this. Once that shield clanks free and is floating, Ragna's just gonna reach up, touch the emblem on her chest, and activate or let loose her Godslayer's presence. At level 18, you gain the ability to use your hatred of the gods. As an action, you can emit an aura of divine suppression in a 30-foot radius for 1 minute until you are incapacitated. Each hostile celestial or divine being that starts its turn in the aura must make a Constitution saving throw or be stunned until the end of its next turn.
Okay. I'll remember that when it's its turn.
So that's a 30-foot radius. I'm going to use a little bit of my movement. Let's see something. I don't want to get right up to him just yet. That's going to be a little weird. She's going to, because of the mapping, going to take 20 foot of my movement to go, basically south, just kind of sidestepping where Caliburn currently is. 20 foot puts me right about here.
Okay.
And then bonus action, going to activate my Elder Knight, or my Elder Champion, and that'll be my turn for now.
All right. Excellent. That'll bring up you, Elendar.
Now I'm going to go ahead and kind of place myself right about. I guess I'm going to place myself right about here, maybe.
All right, so southwesterly direction.
And then I'm going to go ahead and cast a guiding bolt.
Okay.
Uh, 29 to hit.
29 hits.
I cast that at a 4th level.
Okay. Going forward, if you would do me a favor of telling me what level you're casting it at before you roll your die.
Okay.
That way I know. So I don't get confused. That's a lot of dice you're picking up, Ricky.
That's 76.
Did you forget that we're
Well-
level 20s in this campaign?
17,
Oh, no.
21, 27, 29, 32.
Damn.
And that was, I don't know, let me see if it says, because I think it's radiant. All right, so on a hit, it takes the what I said there. It's radiant damage,
32.
and the next attack roll made against it before the end of my next turn has advantage.
Yep. All right.
that'll end my
Bring it
turn.
up. What's the DC on the con save, Ragnar?
It is 19. And you have disadvantage because of Elder Knight or Elder Champion.
All right. That's a natural 19 and a natural 18.
We had disadvantage, so 18 would be what you had to take, right?
That's the natural with plus 8 to their
Oh.
con.
Okay, never mind. Then nothing happens for now. That stays up for a whole
These
minute. That
assholes.
stays up for a minute.
Someone's setting off fireworks and it's driving poor Murdoch crazy. He will step into the mirror and vanish, reappearing behind you, Ragna. Going to make 2 attacks. First attack is a 23.
Just hits.
Twenty-one points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Second attack. That's a crit.
Okay.
Hold on. I gotta get the calculator for this one. I'm sorry. I can't math well tonight.
Ludo disapproves. See? He has moved himself so that all you can see is his back end. He disapproves. You have the disapproval of an orange boy.
That's 58 points of slashing.
Okay.
And that will end its turn and bring up Caliburn.
Oof.
Cool. I'm going to. Damn it. I'm going to step behind it. And I'm going to attack with the dagger again.
Okay. The map's not snapping properly. I'm assuming you want to be like right behind it to get advantage.
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, it didn't seem to think that I could go there because of the wings, I guess.
No, you can fit in
It
there.
doesn't matter. I have plenty of movement.
Yeah,
So that's going to
yeah.
be a 16 Plus 11 is 27 to hit.
That hits.
That'll be 7 and 5 is 12 points of piercing damage. And 12, 18, 24 points of psychic damage.
And I believe you have another attack to come.
Second attack. That is the same roll. Also a 16 plus 11. So that'll be 15 points of piercing and 5 points of psychic.
Alrighty. Once more, you are piercing this creature's skin, for lack of a better word. And every time you do, there's that hole with cracks coming off of it. And every time you blast it with psychic energy, you see its whole body wince. So it is taking damage from psychic as well.
How far? Let's see. Yeah, Haraza's gonna move the 15 feet to be over here next to Ragna and is gonna take a chomp
Alrighty.
at the creature.
Hold your mouse button down where you want me to put him. Or her. Sorry.
There you go.
There we
Yeah,
go.
face to there. I want the mouth part there. That's gonna be it's not great. 15 to hit.
No.
No, and that was worth a shot. That'll end my turn.
All right, Elendar, you're up.
So seeing what's happening and everything, I'm going to go ahead and
Oh, I did. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had that highlighted on you and hit next, and it went to Elendar. I'm sorry. You're up
Okay.
next, Ragnar. Elendar, you're on deck.
okay.
I'm tired.
So Elder Champion means I get my 10 points of healing at the start of my turn.
Okay.
And this go round, and I know you put a circle out. That Godslayer's presence basically becomes part of the aura that one of my protection aura. So it's 30 feet that moves with me.
Okay.
There you go. Now, just gonna draw out her longsword of sharpness, and since this is the first time we're actually fighting an actual deity, since this became the first blade, as she draws it out, it actually starts to morph and it begins to look more like an obsidian knight glaive with a slightly twisted, what looked like a mended, broken, is that called the haft?
Yeah.
Thank you. Words, they're hard sometimes. I was getting ready to say handle. And she's going to take her first swing.
All right.
Oh, and I'd also like to declare it as necrotic damage
Okay.
for all these attacks. Alright. Yay. 17 plus 14 is what, a 30... 31?
30. Yeah.
Okay, yep.
That will
31
hit.
Okay. Sorry, I had to turn my other light off because the map over there we go. So I didn't have eye right away on my D10. So that is 9 points of slashing. And then First hit gets Twisted Spear Mastery. So that is 6, 8, 14, 21, 29, 35, 36, 43, 49 points of necrotic damage. Sorry. Swing number 2. $29 to hit.
29 hits.
Okay. That'll be 9 points of slashing damage. And 10 points of necrotic. And then, because Elder Champion allows me to cast any one action spell as a bonus action, also going to give it a shot. Toll of the Dead. That's a wisdom. That's a wisdom saving throw. You have disadvantage. Got to get a 19.
Got a 21. Ragnar, roll a D100.
Okay. I don't like that. 86.
The creature holds up its arm as you cast Toll the Dead. The spell, you see the energy weaving towards it, and then bounces and weaves back on you. So you need to make a saving throw against your own spell.
Okay. Well, a 12 plus a 13 is a 25,
25.
So I'm good.
Yep. Is that your turn?
Yep.
Every place where the glaive touched is blackened, and the hole is slowly creeping larger as the necrotic damage seeps through the creature. Now we'll bring up Elendar.
All right, so I'm actually going to just do a at this point in time I'm gonna do a mass cure wounds.
Okay.
I'm at where am I at here? 6th level.
Okay.
Let me get let me do the calculator here.
Yep.
Accidentally closed it out. Uh, so both of you guys both heal 81 hit points.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Ow.
I can choose up to 6 creatures for that. I don't believe I can't remember the name.
Haraza?
Haraza.
Yeah,
That's
Raza
not
hasn't
taken.
taken damage in this fight.
So 81. That'll end my turn because that's my action.
All right. It's the creature's turn. It will take an attack of opportunity from both Ragna and Calvin. So go ahead and roll as it disappears into the mirror. All right, Calvin.
29 to hit.
Yep.
I'm gonna make that a nightmare strike. Ooh, we like that. All right, that is not you. That is 11 and 5 is 16 points of piercing, and eight, 16 and 8 is 24 points of psychic.
All right. All right, Ragnar, go ahead and make your opportunity attack.
Yep, that's a 19 plus 14, so that's a 33.
Yep, that hits.
Okay. That will be a 10 points of slashing damage and 20 points of necrotic.
These spider web of cracks are growing longer and now are beginning to form as it moves. It is, for lack of a better word, looking pretty fucked up. As it reappears from the mirror, its mouth opens extremely wide, like almost comically so. I need Elendar, Ragna, and Calibran to make dexterity saving throws.
Okay.
All right, Ragna.
24.
All right, you will take.
Injects just a storm of shards from its head.
I'm sorry, I think your cord came out. You were cutting out.
Yeah.
Your lights just went off.
Testing.
That's better. What did you say?
You take 45 points of piercing damage as it ejects a storm of shards of glass across the room.
45.
Yep. Calibran.
Okay.
33.
45. And Elendar.
Yeah, I got a 9.
That'll be 90 points of damage. Okay. Normally I don't share this, but I'll go ahead and let you know it didn't reach. So. That will bring up, yeah.
Question: when it did that, was there, for lack of a better term, a verbal component to that attack?
No, it just opened its
Okay.
mouth and went, fuck.
It's important for me to know.
Yeah, I understand. Calibran, you're up.
Cool. I'll do this right. If it's nope. Yeah. I don't know what I just did. All right, fine. I'm moving right behind it. I was gonna map the actual movement of how I got there, but
I can't remember how to do that.
it's Oh, I have to be. I was on the wrong. I was on the. It's shift plus click, but I was on the wrong tool, which is why it didn't let me do it.
What tool do you have to be on?
You have to be on the meeple and the little box,
Oh, okay.
and then you click on your token and move it to where you want, and then you shift and click, and then move it to the next one. But anyway. All right, so I am now behind it, and I will attack it some more.
Alrighty.
That is going to be a 22 to hit.
22 hits.
And we'll go ahead and make that a nightmare. And it will take 8 and 5 is 13 points of piercing. And 10, 11 is 21 points of psychic.
All right.
Second attack is going to be a 28 to hit
That hits.
or 11 points of piercing and 7 points of psychic.
Nice. Chunks are now falling out, Calibran. Falling to the floor and shattering as they do. It's going to use one of its legendary actions. It brings its wings around it, and it melds to it, forming spiked armor. It has increased its armor class. All right, Ragnar, you're up.
Okay, first things first. Alright, yeah. Yep. Alright, so we're gonna, take a little jaunt here, kind of west, and then a little bit north, to be right about here. Well, right about there. Because now that she has a glaive, 10 feet puts me in reach. But Elder Champion, I get 10 points back. Start of my turn.
Oh.
Gonna start out with a bonus action since we just saw him do some, zany shit. Gonna cast Destructive Wave.
Okay.
So that has and I know it's going to wind up being halved, but that will have a a con saving throw 19 or better. Each creature I choose in the emanation makes a Constitution saving throw. It's a 30-foot emanation. On a failed save, a target takes 5d6 thunder damage and 5d6 radiant or necrotic. I will say necrotic. And has the prone condition. On a successful save, they only take half.
I'm going to roll their saving throw now.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 19. You said con?
Yes, and he has disadvantage.
He has disadvantage, which makes it a straight roll. So he's got an 8 plus 8, so he needs 11 or better.
Mm-hmm.
And if he gets an 11 or better, he has a chance of reversing the spell. That is a 10.
Woohoo!
I'm sorry.
By 1 fucking point. I got a 10. So 18 total.
I know, but I'm telling you, I'm sorry. Not sorry.
No, you're not.
Sorry, not sorry. So that also means he's prone. But now he's going to take the thunder damage. That's 6, 12, 14, 19 points of thunder damage. And 8, 11, 14, 16 points of necrotic. And then I'm going to take my regular swings. And he's prone, so everybody else should get advantage, I guess.
Yep, you get advantage too.
Well, I already get it because it's a celestial fiend or deity.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha. I mean, if you want to give me double advantage, that's fine too.
No. No, we don't do
27
that.
to 27 to hit.
27 hits.
Okay. That will be 14 points of slashing damage. And then, hold on a minute. This is the part that's going to wind up being 78 because it's Twisted Sphere time. Alright. So, 3, 5, 12, 14. 17, 24. That's 24 points of necrotic damage. And then
Okay.
swing number 2. And that is a 19 plus 14, 33.
That hits.
Okay. That will be 9 points of slashing damage. And 18 points of necrotic.
The
That's my turn.
warden will scream defiantly, "No!" Every mirror in the room exploding one by one. The cracks run across his face, glowing a deep orange as he explodes. I need you and Caliburn to please make dex saves as he dies a glorious death and walks into the arms of Garth Dokeen.
Mhm.
All right, Caliburn,
31.
45. And Ragnar,
The one time I roll a nat 20 in all this with all my advantage, 29.
45. You're in this room with these mirrors, noticing for the first time a sarcophagus in the middle of the room. It looks like it's on a mechanical platform that can be lowered. The 4 reflective stones on each corner of the sarcophagus channel sunlight as mirrors in the ceiling, direct artificial sunlight that comes from somewheres surrounding the sarcophagus. You're out of combat. You're exhausted. You're tired. This has probably been one of the hardest fights you've had in quite some time. But there's a peace that comes as you have slain the warden. What's Elendar doing?
Yeah, Elendar's going to take a moment here just to cast the Mass Cure Wounds for everybody since we just had a nasty battle. That will
Okay.
give everybody 70 hit points back.
Woot.
Nice.
Thank you.
Seeing as how I was down to 90.
All right. Caliburn.
As the 1,000 cuts begin to close up from the healing, Cal is gonna start looking at the. I want to investigate the sarcophagi and try and figure out how it opens.
Okay. Give me an investigation check.
That is a 13 plus 6, 19.
19. It looks like you just simply lift the lid.
Then I'm gonna attempt to lift the lid.
The lid lifts. Wrapped in a burial shroud is a figure inside the sarcophagus. The sarcophagus shakes a little bit, very softly, as you hear a mechanical click and slowly begins lowering the floor.
I'm going to grab the figure out of the sarcophagus and pull them out before the sarcophagus can lower all the way.
All right, give me a strength check.
I'll help. Ragnar's right there.
With advantage.
Thank you. Oh, that's much better. That is a 19. The first roll was an 11.
Awesome. You pull the body out of the sarcophagi, and next week we'll find out what it is. As now our story comes to an end for the day.
You
Bastard.
I hope you enjoyed our tonight's little game. Thank you so much to everyone who joined and was active in chat and such. We really appreciate you. You are the wind beneath our wings. Let's go ahead and remind where we are, who we are, where we found, and get the hell up out of here.
Hi, yes, I'm Ames, and tonight I was playing Ragnamoss. You can find me on Twitter, Blue Sky, and Moonbeam as LollyG5.
Hi, gamers. I'm still Clark. That hasn't changed. If you were paying attention, you'd know that. And tonight I was Trailbreaker Caliburn Swiftfoot, and you can find me all over the social medias at Lock Unruly. That's Lock with an H and Unruly with a Y.
Hey everybody, I'm Ricky, and I played Elendar Solarian today.
Yeah, we still gotta get Ricky on social media. I'm Tier the DM. I'm the world's okayest DM. It's been an absolute pleasure to guide you through Runas Kesha tonight. You can find me on Twitter, Moonbeam, and Facebook. It's some variation of Tier the DM. Make it a scavenger hunt. Come find me. Bring a picnic. I just, we are in Pride Month, so I want to wish everyone happy Pride. But how do I want to word this? So this is a month to celebrate Pride, but we should be celebrating it year long. I know some of you are in a situation where you cannot come out, and I am so sorry for. But know that my thoughts are with you. I'm sending good juju that you find some safe place where you can come out. I know some of you have lost family by coming out. Well, we're your family. Drink your water, take your medicine. I give good hugs. But let's not just stop it at the LGBTQ plus community. Let's love everyone. Because love and inclusion, these are the path to a better tomorrow. Come join us and be Torchbearer. And until next time, live a life to make yourself proud. We love you guys.
Pride was a riot. Be gay, do crime.